Good afternoon, people. It's me, Pablo Jasmine Gonzalez. Usually, I don't post a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything like that. I just woke up from taking a nap. I started working on a new job today, and I had to wake up super early at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm still a little bit congested, but I needed to make this video because I haven't seen a decent Yu-Gi-Oh news in a while. I know a lot of old players and people haven't been happy about how the game is going. So Yu-Gi-Oh today released a new way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if this is going to um, have a lot of tournaments popping up with this particular specific way, but one can only hope, and I do like it because it's a very new, interesting way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! Genesys. So what is Genesys? So the rules are simple. No link monster or pendulum monsters are allowed. So no link monster, no pendulum monster. All other cards are allowed. So you can play future monsters, synchro monsters, and XC monster. I do like XC monsters. I remember when they came out, they were super easy to summon, and I fell in love with it. One of my favorite decks is the Wind Up deck, and I can play Wind Up deck. But I cannot put the Wind Up Hunter. They give him a high value. So I will explain about that. So yeah, no link monster or pendulum monsters. All other cards are allowed. The original field layout is used with no extra monster zones nor pendulum zones. Makes perfect sense. Especially if you look at the rules. The standard forbidden unlimited card list is not used. So you don't use the forbidden unlimited card list either. All those cards can be used except link monsters and pendulum monsters. Again, forget about the forbidden unlimited card list. Usual limit of 3 copies maximum of any card still applies, so you cannot play more than three copies of each card. But again, there's a way that they're going to limit your cards. It's coming up next. It's the first rule. Third, deck construction uses a point system. Some cards are assigned a point value. Most cards cost 0 points. So for most cards, the value is 0 points, but there's a list of cards that has specific values. So if your card is in that list, you have to add that value. And I will show you an example, specifically with my idea of playing windups again. Again, the construction uses a point system. Most cards, the value is going to be 0. The total point cost of cards in your main deck, extra deck, and side deck cannot exceed the point cap for that event. So you can have a specific point cap. The standard point cap is 100. So you have 100 points to build a deck. I definitely do like that. So you have 100 points to build a deck, and most cards have a cost of 0 points. However, events can run any point cap or even a 0 point cap. Official tournament stores, OTS, can set their own caps for their tournaments. Okay, so no link monsters or pendulum monsters. Forbidden card list doesn't apply. The construction uses point system. I definitely like this. This is really cool. I think this is super cool, in my opinion, for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm excited about this. I would love playing a tournament like this. I can't wait because I can use my old cards. I can play with my old cards. It's fun, and I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here. I think this is going to be super interesting. I'm excited about this. I will try this. Um, so yeah, the standard point cap is 100, and of course they have a list of cards. For example, if I want to play wind-ups, if I go to a list, and I already checked the list, there's a bunch of cards. It's in line. It's in Yu-Gi-Oh card / last Genesis, but the cards. For example, if I want to make my wind-up deck, or if I want to play my wind-up deck, I'm going to be limited because there are 2 cards that are in that deck, and who knows, probably have a few more of them that have a high point value. For example, let me just get to that one. wind up deck. So I go to W, STW. So W. Wind up carrier 1080. So if I want to play wind up carrier 1080, that's 33 points in there. That card has 33 points. If I want to play wind up hunter is 75 points. So it's already limiting me with how many cards I can play of wind up hunter. So if I play the wind up deck and I have the card of wind up hunter, which I do because I kept that card. I still have 3 copies of mine. I can only play probably 1 copy because if I play 2, I will exceed the 100-point value, so that deck will be illegal. I don't need to play 3 cards of wind up hunter, but I can totally play wind up hunter. I like this. I totally, completely like this. I really like this. I can see this being really cool. For example, if you have a deck and you want to play Vanity's Emptiness, you will only be able to play one Vanity's Emptiness because Vanity's Emptiness, and it will affect you because if you put Vanity's Emptiness, you already reach 100 points in there. Vanity's Emptiness, the value of that card is 100, so you already reached the point maximum, so you cannot play other cards that you may want to play. So this is really cool. This is really interesting because I do like this. You are limited by points. You can put any card that you want to, but if you put a card that has a very high value, that's it. You are done. You will have to play with cards that are not in this list, and that's going to affect your deck construction. I definitely like this. Personally, I would totally play in this with simplified deck building. I don't have to worry about Link monsters or Pendulum monsters. This is old Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much up until like XC monsters. I know some people will say, XC monsters, they are not fun. I personally enjoy XC monster because that's the time that I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And this was after a game called WWE World Deal expired. I went to Puerto Rico, got my cards for Yu-Gi-Oh! That I had from 2000 and all that kind of stuff. And I was going to Hudson Valley at the time, part-time, and people began teaching me. And at that time, which was around 2010, 2011, the new summoning mechanic of XC Monster came up. And I really enjoyed it because you didn't have to have like uh, a tuner monster to be able to summon the monster. You can use 2 monsters that had the same rank, relatively easy to summon XC monster, and there was a limit of how the powers could activate it. I totally enjoy that. So this is a very interesting format. I do like it. I will totally play this. I will play this format. So yeah, definitely. And it's been a while since I have played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been playing on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I also been playing on. I got the old games that they pop up for the Nintendo Switch, and also I've been thinking about building a deck to play in the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think I prefer this format, in my opinion. Definitely like the idea of like using point system instead for controlling the cards. Maybe this is a step in a new direction. It allows you to use all cards, and you are not allowed to use any Link or Pendulum monsters. So it's a possibility this will attract people, all Yu-Gi-Oh players and people that love the game as it was before the introduction of Pendulum monsters and Link monsters. I don't know. This is interesting. I personally will totally love to play this because I have some decks that I used to play and I haven't played in a while, and I would love to play them. So, anyway, yeah, that's all I have. See you at the next video blog. And I apologize, 10-minute video blog, but I had to. This is a very interesting topic, and again, I like card games. I like that. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! in a while. I'm going to see if I can go to one of the tournaments. Bye.